Council Leader Shane Moore, thank you for being here. You've had an incredibly busy 6 first weeks, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's been happening?
So yeah, it has been incredibly busy, as you can imagine. We've had to learn on the job pretty fast. It's been a steep learning curve. We had to get to grips with exactly where the authority is and where we need to go in the next year. There are a lot of very kind of negative things that we need to be dealing with over the next 6 years, not to mention the £6 million deficit that we can't get away from. But we have also been working on a lot of positives and our key kind of proposals for this year going forward. We've been busy working away very hard in the background, but we didn't want to kind of come out and tell people what we're planning or anything else, because we wanted to make sure we had it all down in writing, and we wanted it in black and white to be able to say there is a clear progression and this is where we're going, because I think for far...
So there's no false
no false promises or anything, because
like there was before.
Yeah, because in the past, people of Hartlepool have been sold all kind of visions and promises of different things, and they've never come to fruition. So rather than come out here and say we're going to do X, Y and Z and then nothing ever comes from it, at least today I can say that the things that we have been working on and that we're about to announce are going to be coming forward and they are going to be delivered on.
And can you announce some of them today?
Yeah, so I had a pre-agenda meeting for Finance and Policy this morning. Finance and Policy Committee will meet later on this month, and as part of that we'll be looking at our 3 key announcements for this year. The first one is something I've been very passionate about. For years we've talked about Mill House and the state that the leisure centre is in. It's coming to the end of its natural life and it's costing us an awful lot of money. The council has discussed for many years what we're going to do with it and just kick the can down the road. And I think it needed us to take a decision on the matter, and for Finance and Policy this month we will be sending officers out to start preparatory work on replacing Mill House as a leisure facility. I mean, Mill House was built in the early 70s, and our habits for fitness and what we do for sports, yes, there will always be the key things there, and as a coastal town we will always need to deliver good quality swimming facilities, but other things that we offer, we need to keep up with the times, and we need to make sure that we are delivering a leisure facility that's fit for purpose and fit for our residents going forward.
And will the current building be operable while you do this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
is it going to be on the same spot?
Everything will stay as it is for the time being. So over the summer we will start work on a public consultation to see exactly what facilities people want to see in the town, because if there's no point in us building 10 squash courts if only 2 people in the town play squash once a month. So we need to have that engagement, we need to ask people what they want and how they want it delivered. As for the location, we have a number of sites in mind. The existing site is one of those options, but we need to look really hard at all of the available sites and figure out which is going to be the best moving forward.
But and will those upgrades affect the bowling club behind?
Well, the bowling club are part and parcel of our leisure facilities, so whatever we do moving forward, they will be part of our plans, and we've already kind of factored them into wherever we go.
And what about some of the other announcements?
So the other, 2 of the other ones, the other one that I'm really kind of key on, a few years ago the council put together a pot of money called the Neighbourhood Investment Fund. Now this pot was always supposed to be used for what it says on the tin, improving our neighbourhoods basically, but unfortunately it has been the case that this pot of money has been dipped into and spent on things that haven't really helped anyone's neighbourhood. £500,000 or £400,000 of it, for example, was spent on replacing paving outside of the Biz, which doesn't exactly help anybody in my eyes. So we've put a hold on a number of schemes that were planned, and as part of that we are also performing basically a stock take of all of our outdoor play provision across the town, looking at all of our play areas and everything else that we have. we will be investing this year. It'll be a multi-year project, but we're investing this year in 3 key play areas where we're going to be going in and completely rejuvenating them and bringing them up to scratch. And as well as having a look at everything else that we have across the town and seeing where we can kind of top up little bits and make repairs and really invest in neighbourhood assets that people benefit from and actually use.
And what about the impact of the 6 million deficit? All these new plans won't add to our taxes or anything, will they?
No, well that's, no. The Neighbourhood Investment Fund, that was a separate budget already put aside anyway, so we're just using money that was already set aside for capital projects. Similarly, the replacement for Mill House, as the overheads for Mill House in its current form are huge, and to be honest, you may find, and we're looking through the financial modelling now for it, but the overall running costs of a new facility may be less anyway, and it will actually form part of a capital project with a lot of external investment coming in anyway. Another key area, as part of my portfolio with the Combined Authority for Culture, Tourism and Sport, we need to really look at what Hartlepool has to offer from our cultural aspect. And a big part of that has always been the history, the unique history that Hartlepool has. We have a history that dates back right to Saxon period, and we never really take advantage of that. So we are going to be exploring the whole kind of cultural and historical package that we can put together and really build on what we have as the Tees Valley goes forward to bid for the City of Culture region in 2025.
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, and as a Headland lad, I grew up right on top of kind of the oldest part of the borough and the town, and what we have we just really don't utilise, and we need to start being proud of what we've got and selling it to people.
Yeah. And can I just ask you, you were voted to be Deputy Mayor for the Tees Valley Combined Authority. That's actually an unpaid position, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how will you manage to fit that in with everything?
Good question. I'm managing quite well at the moment. Although I wasn't actually elected into the position, it's as part of the constitution for the Combined Authority, it rolls around the authorities each year. It just so happens that this year it's Hartlepool's turn.
Okay, got it. Understood.
Yeah. So as part of that, it just falls within my normal remit with the work that I do with the Combined Authority anyway. So, I mean, Ben, as you know, is very active within the area, and I'm sure I'd be asked to help out if needs be, but I don't think Ben takes a day off anyway, so it's...
No, I don't think he does. Can residents in the town expect the council to be transparent with the 2 million for the next 5 years that's coming in from them?
Absolutely,
will it be sort of clear that we've spent it on this, and this?
Yeah, absolutely it will, yeah. Nothing of it's been spent so far. We have £250,000 of it already allocated to help develop potential schemes, but we're working through potential options and we'll take from there. But everything will be done in the public view. We've got nothing to hide.
Fantastic.
And we'd ask the public to ask questions and to engage with us. Absolutely nothing to hide, so please do get involved.
Okay, and obviously we have to give you time to get your feet under the table. There's no question about that. This is a huge job. But thank you so much for the interview. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Please like and follow Hartlepool TV on Facebook and YouTube.